Okay, a lot of people have asked me, some of my friends and so forth, some of you, how do I get the ending of the song over here to go the way I want it? And the reason that's important is to give you a little musical, let's call it education, I guess. Every song will tell you exactly where it wants to go. I mean, you have to be able to listen for it and hear it, but it tells you where it wants to go. If you go against it, you'll ruin the whole song. I mean, you can have a song that's the greatest song ever written, lyrically and melody wise, up until the last vocal word. And if that's off, it ruins the whole song. It destroys the song. This is the last thing you hear and remember, and it ruins that feeling you had with that melody, which, by the way, the melody is more important than the lyric, because without the melody, you'll turn the song off and you never even listen to the lyric. And that's what broke up Simon and Garfunkel, because Simon thought the lyric was more important and Garfunkel thought the melody was more important. And they could never agree, so that's the main reason why they broke up. But Garfunkel's correct. It's the melody that's far more important. I mean, obviously you have to have good lyrics, but if you turn a song off, then it doesn't really matter. So that's my feeling on it. So now, anyway, so let's just say, for example, so this is a song I'm currently working on that I'm editing still and all that. And by the way, once I hit stems here, I'm not doing that right now because every time you do that, it costs you 50 credits. And once you hit it, I mean, all of these columns now will turn different colors with every different instrument that I selected. And once you do that, you're kind of committed. So I'm not ready to do that yet, but on another video, I'll show you what it looks like when I'm actually knee deep into it. But anyway, so here's the lyrics, right? So let's just say I got a word wrong in the lyric. It's not working. I want to change one word. Well, all you do is highlight that word. Let's say long. You go down here to replace lyrics. And let's just say short. Right? And then down here, replace. And then it'll see these two boxes here. It'll redo the song with just that one word change. You can do a whole phrase, or you can change an entire lyric. And this section here is where that lyric change is for the song. Now, the technology on this isn't perfect yet, meaning it doesn't always come out correctly for some reason. Sometimes it takes you a few attempts, but every time you do that, it costs you credit. So that gets kind of expensive after a while, but it is what it is if this is what you're going to do. So now the ending of the song, let me minus this real quick. Why isn't that? Let's do this. Okay, see where it says fade? All right, so fade means a couple of things. I can have it, instead of the music just stopping after whatever note, it just fades out to silent. The volume slowly decreases. The song's still playing, but it just fades out. Or if I'm highlighting a lyric over here, like I did over here, right? It's not going to add the lyrics now, but all the lyrics in here, and I highlight the last word of the song over here. And then what I do is I decide how much I want to extend it. Like, again, it's going to cost credits, but down here, see, these are all the colors that you choose for all of your instrument panels. Where the hell it go? anyway, you hit fade and you extend it out. I'm not sure why it's not working, but there's an extend button. I don't know where it is now, where I can extend this out as however long I want to go, and the person singing will carry that note out for as long as I extend it through the fade. Or I can make it real, see how it's really close right now to the music line? That means he or she's not going to hold the note very long at all. It's just going to be like have a great day, and that's it. Versus have a great day, that way, which is extending here. Then you got to decide how long you wanted to do it. And then over here, we're under styles, do you want it to be a high, falsetto, low? We talked about that in the last video. So this is another kind of behind the scenes look as to how we put all this together. The other thing too is when you look at your music grid, see, when you're writing lyric, you have to tell it if it's a verse or a bridge. You actually have to write that out, because if you don't, it won't get the tempo and the volume correct because it thinks it's all one verse. And when you look at, because normally when you get to a bridge, the music kicks up a little bit, the volume increases, it's a little faster. It's the bridge. And there's normally 2 bridges and 3 verses in a normal song. I write little longer songs because I'm a storyteller type of writer. But anyway, but normally when you look at a grid, this is not a good example because this is just a piano verse that's not going to work. But normally you'll see like a thin line here, and then a bushy big section here, and then thin, and then bushy. When you're putting it in the piano melody, you kind of want to look out for that. And here's why that's important, because the bridge needs to be in this section, the big bushy sections, because that's when the music's kicking up, the beat is kicking up, and you want the melody or the lyric bridge to match that. Because when you come back over, let's assume this middle section here was thin, which is the verses. Then it gets bushy over here again. Well, you want this tone to match that tone, and that's why you have to tell it bridge 2 so it matches the first bridge. So again, there's a lot to get into it, and I'm only scratching the surface. But again, when I do all those color lines with all of the different instruments, that would be one here, one here, one here, and there, and then you shut all the volume off except for the instrument you're listening for. And you can do whatever you want to it. You can make a million different changes to it, which I won't go into now, but it's endless, to make sure it sounds the way you want it to sound. So that's that. I just wanted to point out a little bit how that all comes into fruition. All right.